from America. Welcome to episode 6, right? Informed Sessions. We inform you of all the latest and greatest. Let's get into it. To my right, we got Potts repping Chelsea
World champ.
and the biggest corruption team in the league. Below him, we got Raath, aka Raath on the beat. You know, the Red Devils that when you see him. And to his left, we got Steve-O on LFTV over there. All right. Let's get into it. International break. Wow. So some teams have already qualified for the World Cup. Which teams are those? I believe it's
There's a bunch of South American teams that already
I was about
qualified.
to say. I think Uruguay already qualified. Whoever's in friendlies,
Brazil qualified.
Brazil qualified.
Germany, Slovakia, Switzerland, Kosovo.
Shout out USA qualified.
Shout out USA.
My prime location.
Egypt, Algeria, Ghana, Cape Verde, Morocco, Paraguay, Colombia, Uruguay, Australia, Jordan, South Korea.
Have there been any upsets in this
Well, I mean, everybody getting in, so it's kind of hard to have an upset.
Well, I'm just talking about the games that were played this week.
Yeah, Greece. There was an upset around Greece, and then there's one more I can't remember.
Oh, Sweden. Yeah, Sweden's been struggling.
Yeah, Sweden. That's the one.
Yo, they had hella misses. Let's start there, bro. Lucas Berg.
Look at their group too. They have a really weak group.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they just can't score against these small teams like Switzerland.
Yeah, Kosovo is in second on that group. You know,
That's
Switzerland,
wild.
Kosovo, Slovenia, and Sweden.
Yeah. I feel like that's our
what about my boy Isak?
Yeah, what about him? What about Isak?
What about Gyökeres, bro? That whole team is underperforming, bro. To be honest, I can't even say anything. I'm not gonna be the first person to say I haven't watched any Sweden games, bro.
No, me neither. But
I'm not even gonna pretend.
It's on like VIX or whatever the hell type of streaming network.
And like the group is so weak that you kind of assume they're just gonna win every game. So none of those games I've ever thought like, oh, I'm gonna watch.
No, but they make the hardest games to like I want to today I wanted to watch, even if it was a friendly, I think, right? Or was it a friendly? Wales and Belgium. That was actually a pretty decent game from the scoreline I saw. But it's like they don't put that on regular. Like I had to watch Germany and Northern Ireland. Like no disrespect, but no one really wants to watch those two teams like fight for a 1-0 whatever. Like it's just me maybe, but I'd rather watch Wales and Belgium. They need to do a better job with like making the
they need to bring back the zone, put that shit up there for free.
The more interesting games. What do you mean the zone?
They had all
how they did for the Club World Cup.
All those games.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, that was a cash cow, so that's the reason why they did that. They wanted all those viewings.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, okay. I mean, what anything you guys?
Yo, let's pass this international break, bro. There's a lot that's happened. The last talk, man. I mean, I could.
Okay. Are we getting into the prep?
Yeah, let's get.
I was trying to spare you
bread
guys.
and butter.
Nah, bro.
A couple of y'all we getting your chain snatched, yo. We on. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Where do we want to start? Talking about Liverpool. We talking about Chelsea. We talking about United.
I think it's only fair to start with Liverpool this week.
It's only a Nick. There he goes. Go Come on.
No, I expected this. I saw the group chats. Y'all are just waiting for that slip.
It's only fair, man. It's only
that's a chain snatched.
Waiting.
That's the who? That's the wow.
Yes, the wow.
Just keep in mind. Let me just check.
VVD twerking. You know.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, bro. I was bent over.
Y'all just remember you're speaking up right now, right? You're speaking to a club that's higher than all y'all on the table. So show some respect. I understand. 3 right there. Awesome.
No, hold that for now, but also hold that.
I mean, look at the table.
Arsenal's on top right now, bro.
You looking down or you looking up?
Bro,
hold on to that.
Right there.
As we said, that you guys were showing some faultiness.
Yeah, but I say, you were never sold. Even from day one, we've been talking.
No, I'll be the first to admit that. I think there's so many questions on the. Honestly, like my biggest question mark right now is not even on the players too much. I think for me right now, a lot of them get a pass. It's around Slot, which is unfortunate, just because. Yeah, obviously he did good last year, but I think tactically right now, just the system doesn't suit some of the players, and I think some of the past week has actually been a good example. All of our players, all the Liverpool players, have performed incredible international break for their clubs.
Here we go talking about international.
Yeah. I mean, we just talked about Isak, didn't we?
No, I get it, but like, I feel like internet, like,
bro, you're like thinking I'm trying to detract here. Let me just fucking land here. So the point I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make is if they're performing well outside of the club, but not performing well in the system, then clearly the system is not, highlighting their best attributes, right? So that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm talking about international break.
I hear you.
But like, you know what I mean? So I think that's where my biggest concern is. It's less around the player, the quality. Point. It's not like I don't feel like, okay, we've got bad players and oh my god, what are we going to do? No, it's nothing like that. And I think in the years past, there's been transfer windows where we start a season like this, or there's been a moment of shakiness where you have that feeling like, have we got the wrong players? I don't feel like that whatsoever. I do feel concerns about the system though. But then I think the positive is, I'm not even going to go in that direction. I'll just say I have concerns about the system.
The system meaning like player positions in the system, or
we are playing a completely different formation and system than last year. And so a part of me thinks like, okay, Slot, I understand you want to stamp your image and your brand, but why change what's not broken? Like, why did we have this huge change? Why are we playing a different formation? Why is, you hear the players' interviews there. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but they all talk about like, okay, we're all playing different positions. And I think, at the start of the season, Gravenberch was hot, and I still think he's playing really well. But there was a interview he did post, I think it was our third game. No, it was after Bournemouth. I think it was the second game. And the interviewer was like, "Oh wow, two goals and assist, super strong start." And he was like, "Yeah, last year I played as a 6, and this year it's exciting because Slots let me move up more." And it was one of those things where, as a fan, you hear and you're like, "Okay, that's good," but you kind of have alarm bells ringing, like, "Wait, what do you mean you move up more, bro? You're our defensive anchor." And so I think things like that, that's where my biggest concern is. Less on the players, but definitely on the manager. And I hate to even say that. It sounds like blasphemy, right? He just won us the title, first season, all that stuff. He definitely gets some grace time. But I think from my perspective, a lot of the current issues are down to the system, unfortunately.
I agree.
I would say the players as well too, man. I would say the players as well.
I agree with Nick saying, because if you think about it, like, I feel like he's been kind of under a little bit of pressure because he won in his first year, so people are expecting a higher, like, okay, you won, now we give you all this money, now let's see what you can do. And people are saying like, oh, like he won with Klopp's team, like it wasn't really his, like, like they're trying to discredit him, throw a little asterisk on him because he didn't really change much up. He only got one player last year, and they didn't even really use him, which was that Italian player. What was his name?
Chiesa,
yeah. So I feel like, and also I feel like he's been kind of separating the locker room a little bit. I feel like he's kind of close to losing the locker room in a sense where he goes on these interviews and kind of throws.
Okay, bro, that's a stretch.
Did he not throw 3 players under the bus from what I heard?
But he does that he's done that since day one. So I'll give you a good example. Kwanzaa. Last year, he started the first game of the first season. He was pulled at 40 minutes. Didn't play for like 3 months again. The one thing about Slot, like since he's been here, is he doesn't protect the players for better or worse. He very much calls them out. So like he's done that since last season. I don't feel like he's.
You think that's wise though, as like a fan,
or just in terms of like longevity in the club?
Yeah, like I don't know. I'd rather even if we all watch someone play really bad on my team, I'd rather the manager be like, hey, top performance, he tried to do it. No matter how dumb. No matter how dumb he might have to look in the face and he's saying that bullshit, I think, it speaks to the locker room. I mean, these are, for most of them, are like 22, 23-year-old kids, like.
No, I hear what you're saying, but like personally, I feel like Yeah. Also, like I hear what you're I hear what you're saying to some degree, but at the same time, like I think Slot to his part, and I think this is why it's so hard to say this, is like he's done incredible with like media stuff and like calling out players and stuff. He's like very diplomatic in a good way. So yeah, he's called out players. There's zero chance there's like he's lost the locker room though, dude. Like that.
It's too early.
I mean, like, that's just even wild to say. He just like won them the league last year. It's been 3 losses. Before that, everyone was like, "Oh my god, Liverpool might go unbeaten." You know what I mean? So it's like it's 3 losses. Yeah, that sucks. But to say he's lost the locker room, I will say this: because he's done so well and he's so diplomatic in interviews, because he's done all that stuff. That's why it sucks that right now this is happening. Because like honestly, I think it's a tactical issue, not a like he's lost the locker room. Like I think the players' heads are still in there, and these players are like, bro, like Van Dijk and Salah, like they've been in title challenges for like 6-7 years. Like they're not gonna just drop their heads when they're upset with their manager. I think, unfortunately, it's a tactical issue, and I think he'll figure it out. But I think by the time he figures it out, Arsenal will be in a much stronger position to win the league.
What's the difference in tactics? Is it positional changes like Raath was saying, or formation change?
So it's not a little bit of both. Okay, so last year obviously we had Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right back, right? So just in terms of how balls move from the third layer to the second layer, it all went around the outside, right? Yeah. Right now the ball, why are you smiling? When it goes from the third layer to the second layer,
we can talk about his ex. Yeah. What? No, I'm just fucking with you.
All right. Go. I wasn't even bothered by that. The fact that you're like, it was like cheap narratives. But when it goes from the third line to the second line, right now we go through the middle, and a lot of that is trying to leverage words, which is a whole other topic because it hasn't worked, right? So defensively and even offensively, how we build from the back has completely changed. Right now, we're number 1 in the league for front to back or back to front buildup. So I think the buildup's not the issue, but defensively, there's been a lot of changes. We don't have a 6 anymore. We have 2 8s. I think that's the biggest thing. So, like I said, Gravenberch isn't the 6. It's Gravenberch and Szoboszlai or Gravenberch and McAllister as 2 8s. And I think the issue with that is, in theory, it makes sense. In reality, during transitional play, understanding which 8 covers the gap. Yeah. Dude, yes, exactly. And if you look at our goals that we concede and even the opportunities we concede, it's always on the transition. And it's always because one of those 8s. And I understand Gravenberch playing so much better playing front, but it's almost like, bro, just put him back in the 6. Like,
well, I think
spot.
I think your issue really is you guys don't have that 10 bursts that you guys really want yet. I think that once, I don't know, because I feel like Tottenham kind of have the same issue where I mean, Xavi looks good in the 10 now, but like when it comes to that 10 position, it's hard to.
Bro, you're not even listening to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, the issue is we're getting attacked on transitions, and we're leaving up so much. Like in terms of creating opportunities, we're actually not doing that bad. So like, even when you say the whole 10 thing, like our XG and even some of the, I don't know if you guys watch the game. Some of these misses are insane. I'm sure all of us say that as fans, but it's just like, what? But on the transition, it's not just like, oh, every once in a while the opponent gets through. It's consistently they get through to a point where as a fan, you're like, okay, this isn't just a one-off. This is a trend. We are constantly breaking on these transitions on the counter. And yeah, I'm not too worried about the offense. Even Salah missing all that. Salah's a whole other topic. But I think right now the biggest glaring issue, number 1 by far, is how do we defend on transitions? And it's a big struggle.
Yeah, and that's the reason I said players, is because what you explained there from last year to this year, most of your goals were going on that, overlap with Trent and Robertson, delivering those crosses in to the middle or just passing it, squaring it to Salah and then Salah whips it in, something like that. Or you got Luis Diaz on the left. And this year I'm looking at the squad and I'm thinking like, bro, no one's really, solidified that right back or that left back role, Kirkez is looking a little iffy. Who's on the right back? Szoboszlai or Connor Bradley? Or is it Connor Bradley? Yeah, Connor Bradley. Like who like it like you said, bro, if you're gonna have goals go through the middle, those fullbacks have to be, you know, proper players. They need to understand the system. They need to understand the tactics and everything. And yeah, you hit the nail on the head. You know, that is where the issues lie. I feel like, yeah.
Do you feel like it's a lot has anything to do with, one, not only the new system, but like also like all these new players coming in the sense that like
I mean,
didn't necessarily
yes,
address like some of the stuff that you needed. And obviously you got that Italian center back or from Torino or wherever you got him from, and he had the ACL injury, but you guys were trying to get Mark Gahey in to address those issues. You lost Trent, but you got Frimpong, but like the way that you guys relied on Trent wasn't necessarily even for defense. And obviously Frimpong can't do what Trent was doing. There's nobody to support, Salah. Like if you take him out, who's gonna go in? Like, you could have potentially played Luis Diaz on that side. I don't know. I just feel like some
no,
of it
yeah,
has to do with like, maybe the system changing, but also maybe just not addressing all the right points that your team needed. But I
Right.
don't know how you feel
yeah.
about
I think the biggest point you bring up, and 100% the one I agree with the most, is the center back. Like, whoa. And obviously the whole Gahey situation shows like the club even recognized like this is a pretty big issue. The fact that there's rumors we're not going in for him in January anymore is insane in my opinion. It's like
Yeah.
what? There's a clear gap there. In terms of the whole Trent situation, I think in the reports from like James Pierce and whatnot are that the whole idea is there's going to be a whole revamp of the system, right? So instead of building around the outside, we build around the middle, and that's why Wirtz was brought in. So in theory, the productivity and creativity gets shifted from like that right back position to the middle. I think that's shift the players aren't used to. It just looked really disjointed, It doesn't like small easy passes aren't connecting to the point where it's like there's no excuse. He's had a whole preseason. He's worked with these players last year's for the most part, like the core. But yeah, so I would agree.
You,
I would agree,
do you
especially
think
from
it's
a
a
center
little?
back perspective. Big issues.
Do you think it's tough on Verts to have that responsibility upon just arriving at the club?
No.
No, I think the nice thing for him, honestly, is like it wasn't like Wirtz was the only person we bought this year. Like, yeah, he gets some attention, but thankfully, like the Isak saga, everyone else we bought, it was more like Liverpool spent a ton of money, and yeah, Wirtz is getting some attention, but I don't know if you guys watch like the commentary on Wirtz, but I feel like everywhere I look, he's been protected pretty heavily by the German media too, as well. They're like, oh, give him time to the point where I'm like, oh, they're a little biased. Um, and I don't know, like Wirtz is like the last person I'm too worried. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the people we bought. It's not like there's been some years where it's like, oh my god, we bought this striker and he's absolutely dog crap. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like that at all about these players. I do feel like the system though is concerning, and honestly, sometimes not even entertaining to watch. Which, as a fan, that's what you want, right? So.
But I feel like Wirtz does deserve some time because like he's getting put into the hardest position in the toughest league. You know what I mean?
Bro, and some of these opportunities he creates, like, dude, did you watch the Chelsea game? You remember that back heel assist or almost assist he gave to Salah, and Salah misses that, and I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you are trying to make this man look bad. Like he's pulling up. You know what I mean?
I saw
if you don't watch,
somewhere that he had like the most chances created.
but if you don't watch the games, you don't see that stuff. So then
Yeah.
it's like 007 stuff. And so I get it. I get there's criticism, but because obviously I'm watching all the games, you see these moments where I'm like, oh, dude, this dude's got like.
I mean, I watched him today, and he didn't play bad. I mean, I know it's national break and everything, but he just lacks confidence, and I can see that because there was like a moment in the first half, and he had some space, and the fan just saying shoot or whatever, and he like looks like he was gonna go shoot, and then he passes it off. So it's like he's just lacking confidence right now, and I mean that I saw that with. I mean,
Yeah.
I can speak on my player because that's who I watch the most. But I mean, with Tell, he's starting to break through that. I mean, he got his first goal, so I feel like that's all it is. All it really takes is just getting that first assist or goal.
He has 21 chances created in all competitions this
Yeah.
season, most of any Premier League player.
Yeah, 11 in the Prem.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those players where when it clicks, it's going to click. But Yeah, until then you hear the 009s or 007s, whatever it is.
So what about United? Come on now, you guys got some good stuff to report on
Yeah,
now.
yeah, United, you guys are getting
What
close.
about United, guys? What
How
about
many,
United,
how
guys?
many consecutive games you guys got in a row now?
One,
We
chill.
got one, bro. Chill.
Oh, bro.
We got
This is the United.
we got
This
a
is the
game.
United roller coaster. It's like a high after one win.
And
High
that's it.
after one win. You know, Amorim in. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Build them a statue right now.
Nah,
They beat
man.
Before
Sunderland.
we get into specifics, what are your thoughts on the sale? Have you seen reports about that?
I don't think it's happening, honestly.
You don't think it's happening?
Yeah, because I think it's honestly like a publicity thing. Because I heard this guy, what's his name, Turkey Al Sheikh or something. He runs the
Definitely did not get that
entertainment.
right. I'll say that right now.
He runs like the yearly. So apparently, Saudi Arabia has this like entertainment thing that they invest heavily into, like sports, concerts, and all this, and it happens during this time. And apparently, when he dropped his tweet, it was the day before the inauguration of this huge celebration. So I feel like, in a sense, I mean, there's reporters, there's people, you know, doing the yo, I got the sources, trust me, bro, you know, all this shit. But I honestly don't think it's gonna happen. Um, I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. That's like a dream, you know. Glazers aren't gonna let go that easy.
Nah.
That's not gonna happen. I don't even want to, you know, uh, fantasize about that shit.
Why would you let go of the biggest, the biggest thing in the Premier League? Like,
In the Premier League, yeah.
the most,
It's been have you seen the numbers around the Glazers? Like, it's been a money making machine. Bro, the dividend numbers they post are I saw a graph like 3 years ago. I don't even remember exactly when, but I'm sure it's even crazier now. But it was like every year they're pulling out insane numbers. They don't invest anything. Like, we all criticize the Glazers, but if you're in their shoes,
yeah,
and you're just sitting on like 10 million a year just rolling in,
So they pay.
Yeah, it's not a bad spot to be in.
Doing nothing.
I mean,
That's the thing. They're doing nothing.
From their perspective, yeah, for sure. But from everyone else's perspective, I mean, what are they doing?
They don't give a
Yeah, I mean, now, see, I feel like the Glazers are smart as hell, bro. Honestly, like when it comes to like the devil shit, yo, you're in the right house. You're doing the right shit. You know, you guys are fucking devils for sure. Because they took off all of that media, front face glory, all that shit, and put it right on Ineos and Sir Jim and Barada and all this, you know. And they're just sitting in the back. They're like, okay, we're gonna see what's happening. I do believe like a sale might happen in the near future, but I don't think it's going to be anytime this season or anything like that. But their move of just like laying back, letting Sir Jim take over with all this shit, like it's the best bet for them. Why would they pull out at this point? This is they made the investment, so they're going to sit in it. They're going to collect all this revenue, you know, especially this year, next year. Who knows?
What number do you think they'll fold at, though? You think they would fold at $5 billion?
Nah, no way, bro. They were saying 8 or 7.5 for Sheikh Jazim when Qatari wanted to come and take over, and at that point he was like, "Yo," and he was a United fan too. So I was excited about that Qatari takeover. He was like a born United guy from childhood and all that. So he was like, dude, I have this passion to like rebuild this club. You know, I'm gonna get the stadium ready. I'm gonna, you know, all this plans were sounding, you know, sweet whispers. You know, exactly. But I don't think, yeah, man, it's looking grim. You know, it's looking grim. But
I mean, while we're on this subject, Tottenham also have been rumored to get a bid in from the U.S. Consortium. I think the tech entrepreneur Brooklyn Eric, if I'm pronouncing that right. But so, and he's been like, you know, like hinting towards it pretty heavily on his social media. He was like, he put a timer after his first bid was denied. I think it was like $3 billion or something like that. He put a 30-day timer on his Instagram saying like.
But he did a similar drama with like, was it F1 or F2 team? Did you read about
I don't take it seriously. I
That's
feel like he's trying to make a name for himself. And
I do,
also,
I do think the timing with Levy getting let go does make it seem a little bit more like, oh, maybe Tottenham is in the marketplace, but I don't feel
well,
like it'll
I
be
mean,
that guy just because of all this weird stuff he's done
yeah,
before.
there's too
I
much.
agree with you though. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, well, with Levy, he was this is why he's been. I don't know if you heard like what happened when he got sacked, but he wasn't even allowed to like collect his stuff from the training ground. Like he got forced out of the club like immediate effect because, and this is all just hearsay in my opinion, but I think he tried to sell the club out from under them
Mm.
because there was talks of this back in January. Let me find that report. There was talks of this back in January of him like of us selling, and that was like when it first started to trickle down, and then there was just silence, and then he got let go. So I feel like there was something doing behind the scenes, and then also kind of pressed the Enoch family to the Lewis family, I should say, to drop that 100 mil investment into the club, which is really nothing if you think about today's market inflation. But yes, actually it was February, so it was before we even won Europa. Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy held talks with U.S. billionaires to discuss the sale of the club. So that was, yeah, like I said, back in February, he tried to sell it out, and
I
I think
mean, I hear you on one sense, but like he's a minority shareholder. The Levy family owns what 70% of the shares, and he owns 30. Even if he greenlit all the paperwork, he would need their signature. You know what I mean? Like even if everything went through red lines and got approved, like he would have had to sell it to them. I feel like I hear what you're saying. I feel like it's the opposite, where you're right. They're trying to sell it, and that's why I think Tottenham will be sold in the near future. But I think the owners, the Levy family, or not Levy family, what am I saying?
Lewis family.
The Lewis family, sorry. Lewis family were like, okay, we're ready for a change. And as a part of that change, like Levy, it's time to go. We're going to bring in, because like when companies are about to go public, they bring in a CEO who's literally like, in those CEOs, like they've worked at 5 companies and every company's gone public. Like their entire job is, I'm going to be here for 3 years. I'm going to help you go public. And then I leave. And I feel like whoever they bring in is going to be that position where we're like, we're going to help you get sold. We're going to help that transition process. And then we're going to leave. The new ownership's going to clear house. They'll bring in their team in. Um, Maybe I'm just too jaded from the corporate world, but I feel like it's usually the top pissing on the bottom. And so in this moment, the Lewis family is above Levy. So I'm usually like, oh, this guy got screwed. But you might be right. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well,
you
I mean,
know
there was
more
also
about
reports of like the younger generation of the Lewis family trying to really make a name for themselves, and like because they are actual Tottenham fans and they want to kind of steer the ship in a different direction than what their father's been doing. So I think they're really trying to fight tooth and nail just to have that opportunity. But I mean, there's been like a lot of changes on the board before Levy got sacked, which is why I knew. I mean, there was just a bunch of the writing was on the wall, as I say, for the past like 9, 10 months. Obviously, with us finishing 17th in the league, yeah, we just knew that there was going to be a vast amount of changes, even with Ange getting sacked. So,
No, I
yeah,
think you're right.
yeah, I think it's going to definitely we're going to be seeing a new Tottenham within the next 2 to 3 years. What that looks like, who's owning it, I don't know yet. Whether it's the Lewis's younger generation or they end up selling to this U.S. billionaire, which honestly I'm not a big fan of, just because I feel like he's trying to more so create a name for himself more than just do right by a club that has a lot of culture and a lot of it's a huge club in London. So yeah, biggest club in London. Biggest
Yeah,
club in London. I don't know if you can hear me, Pots.
I can't hear shit.
It's the biggest club in London. You need subtitles? We need
Yeah,
to get subtitles down
Something.
here.
I
Yeah,
feel like we just need to let we just gotta let you two battle it out one day.
November
Just
1st is
bring
coming.
it.
well, there's nothing to
Inching.
say with Tottenham and Chelsea. Come on, we won it all. We've literally won it all.
I know it's easy to talk when you're big dog. I get it, yo. But when we're on the same level, give us a couple years, we'll be on the same level.
So
What
now, so
Jordan
now,
say?
so now we're not on the same
Easy to
level.
talk in your head. That's what Jordan said, right? Easy to
So
talk in
now
your
we're
head.
not on the
No,
same
but
level.
this is the thing though, right? You can argue Potts to be on your side a little bit. I know, Mark, you're gonna
Of
be like,
course.
"Oh, you're
Oh,
a fucking Chelsea fan, bro.
shocker,
Fuck this
shocker.
shit."
You got
Shocker.
United and Chelsea. You guys are the club homosexual. You guys
Nah,
are
bro. I was gonna say, yo, Chelsea weren't nothing back in the day. I feel like
it's
Tottenham were the
someone gave
ones
you
that had the players. You know,
When?
What do you
When?
mean?
In the 80s before we were born? I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was about to
figure.
say when you said Tottenham, I was agreeing with you up until where
no,
you
no,
said
no, no.
Tottenham had all
Like,
the
no,
players. I was like, bro, what year are we
bro.
talking
Like,
about
I'm
right
not
now?
saying I'm not, bro. My prem knowledge doesn't go that deep, but in the early 2010s, um, Gareth Bale,
No,
Luka
no, no, no,
Modric.
no, no, no,
Bro,
bro. There
you're
was
not
no,
gonna
I'll say this. There
bro,
was no point where the Spurs squad was better than Chelsea ever since Roman Abramovich
Oh,
got
I
in.
mean,
Right?
not better
Bro,
than Chelsea. I'm not saying better than Chelsea, but I'm saying,
they weren't even
watch
they,
the
bro,
trajectory of how Chelsea.
Roman built the Chelsea I'm not gonna start glazing Chelsea here, but I'm just saying, bro,
yes, you are.
Chelsea been stacked,
Yo,
bro.
Bro,
here's the
but
Bro,
thing.
like
it's
they
over.
came
Here's the
from
thing. Here's the
nothing, though,
thing.
right?
Here's
They
the thing.
came from
But the
nothing.
argument is so ridiculous that I have to weigh in,
Nah,
bro.
yeah, that's
Like
what I'm trying.
Bro,
that's why I'm not trying to glaze
It makes
Chelsea.
no
What are
sense.
you trying to say right
We
now,
were the
bro?
club that
it's
that Real
wrong.
Madrid would be like, okay,
Yeah,
word, this little team is doing. They have a good player here. Let's pick that. Gareth
Just
Bale, boom,
just
let's
because you
take him.
guys
Luka
just because you
Modric, let's
guys
take
sold
him. Kyle
you just
Walker's doing good. City's gonna take him. Who else?
so that what does that show that your club was a feeder club, fam? And the other thing is that Chelsea, even before Abramovich came, we were still winning in the late '90s. That's when we started. So even before he came in, we were winning. The club, what are they like
FA
the
Cups.
Europa League before it came FA Cups under like when we had Gianfranco Zola and all those guys. So it wasn't just like
yeah.
when he came, but when Abramovich came, of course, like it just exploded. But they were still winning before that. Yeah, back in the '80s and so on. Yeah, you could give it to Tottenham. Obviously, we weren't alive, so it doesn't really even matter. But nah, bro, there's
Well,
no
that's
way.
my whole
There's
point.
no way, bro.
Easy to
So
talk when
These
you're
guys
this
haven't won
topic,
a Champions League. You guys have all you guys has won is a Europa League. You won no league titles. Have you guys even won a Premier League? Like
no, we
since
haven't.
since
We
it's been
haven't.
the
We
Premier
haven't.
League,
See,
no
my
Premier
That's
my
what
League.
I'm trying to
point, what I
say.
was trying to make is,
Which
I
is why I'm
feel
trying to
like
say it's easy
Tottenham
to
and
talk like that
Chelsea.
because we haven't done that.
I know,
What?
but what I'm trying to say is, you two are both on the same level now, bro.
How?
I mean, in terms of accolades and
Yeah,
winning and all that, Chelsea, sure,
he's
for
pissed.
sure. But yo, I don't want Marcus out here trying to play victim mentality, saying like, oh, when we're on the same, on the same field, on the same level, then we can compete. Like I'm saying, like I feel
I'm,
like
I'm
you
saying,
guys got.
I'm saying that you're not gonna talk when we're on the same level. You're not gonna talk like that.
Bro,
All the
how
way
do
you guys been
you
talking heavy with your chest. Oh, Tottenham this, Tottenham that. Okay, wait till we get big dog status, and then what happens? You guys gonna be like, oh, Tottenham's really good now. Da 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 da. It's da 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 da.
bro, I've been waiting my whole life. My
No, you
whole
haven't.
life.
that's the thing, bro.
I've been waiting my
That's the
whole life.
thing.
Okay,
My
and
whole
now we're
life.
here. They
Bro,
waited for
ever since
a real one to come be a fan. So
yeah,
and then I was a
ever
fan, and
since
then
ever since you started watching, I've been
exactly,
waiting. I've been waiting since 2015, bro. It's been 10 years. I've been waiting. I've
nah.
been waiting. You got one trophy and now you got chess, bro.
We've had 4 managers, bro,
I'm
in
waiting.
that time.
Come on, so as Chelsea's had 8.
Yeah.
That's not true, bro. Who's your manager when
Chelsea.
you in 2015?
2015 was probably Conte.
Conte.
That's when, like
Okay.
his first. Then Sorry, then Tuchel, Potter, Pochettino, bunch of interim managers in there. Frank Lampard. Come on. Plenty of them. We had to get sold. The whole club had to get sold. We went through turmoil. Couldn't even afford to get
It's
to the
11. It's
To who?
11. There's been 11 managers since 20.
11.
To who?
11.
Starting lineup of
That's
managers.
actually insane.
Starting lineup. And we got
Mourinho
sold.
hitting Conte, Sarri, Lampard, Tuchel, Potter, Salter, Lampard, Pochettino, Maresca.
Exactly. But and imagine your whole club getting sold, being sanctioned, couldn't sell players, couldn't buy players, couldn't
Because you guys cheated.
We
Hold
didn't
up.
need to,
I'm
bro.
not
Yeah,
giving you
first
that.
and foremost, yes, we cheated.
We didn't
Yes.
cheat.
Technically, you didn't need
It
to,
didn't,
bro. You had a
the
Hold
sanction
on.
wasn't a random roll of the die. You got sanctioned because you cheated the rules.
Nah, we
And
got sanctioned. No, wait,
but
wait, wait,
there's
wait, wait,
and
wait,
there's a
wait, wait.
rule right now getting processed. because of that says punish them right away, because the argument is clubs that have cheated like
take away that 2016. Take away that 2016.
Being retroactively punished after you've won all your awards. It's like, okay, sure,
bro,
you get punished.
That's bigger. That's almost bigger than a Diddy case, bro. That ass. They've been watching longer than Diddy. I'm serious. They've been watching longer than Diddy. They're watching 15 years, man. Building
you guys are talking about two different things, man. Two different ones. One, the sanctions came because of Abramovich being linked to the Russian war. That's what I'm talking about. That's where we got sold.
Insane.
Yes, back in 20, what was it? 2018?
It was for the underage players, right?
That's a different thing.
Pedophiles. Next. Rack these charges up, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
No. See, yo, Raath, stop smiling and just put these two, in their place. Because what happened was, we got sanctioned and we couldn't not sanction. We got a transfer ban because of the young players. That was under Frank Lampard. Okay, I get that. Whatever that happened. Okay, my boy Abramovich, he did whatever it took to win trophies, right? But I'm talking about how we got sanctioned by the UK government because of Abramovich. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't even afford to go to certain places. Couldn't open the mega store, and now look at us, world champs.
Yo, look what you guys are complaining about.
World champs.
Bro,
why are you trying to bring me into this blue
realm?
You be backing him up every time, bro, because you always be backing him up, yo. He's looking for allies.
Because Raath knows what I'm talking about.
He's looking for allies, yo. Yo, let that nigga swim, yo. Sink or swim. Sorry.
Yo, I'm telling you,
bro. Yo, you just my what is it? You're just my opponent, bro. You're not my enemy. So that's the type of vibe I'm going. So but no, you are right about the Abramovich, Russia sanction, again, kind of.
Everybody was shitting on us for that.
That's fine.
I got messages from you, Mark, telling me, how you guys gonna stay up now, all this type of stuff. What's going on with you? This, that, and the other.
Bro, but what happened after that sale that you're talking about? It was sold to someone who spent $1 billion their first year.
Yeah. They had to spend $1 billion.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you can't say like, oh, we're this hard-strung team when it's like before the ban, billions were spent. After the ban, immediately billions were spent.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like
realistically, the only thing that's saving them is net spend. That's the only thing that's really saving them is the fact that they have good net spend.
And that's a recent things too. But I will say they are good at stuff. It's kind of crazy. Some of the numbers that you see, it's like
it's
what?
Crazy. Yo,
Marino was good at stuff.
People that have one Premier League showing are getting sold for 45 mil. Where else do they do that? I'm sorry. Where else do they do
Renato
that?
Vega.
Yeah.
His brother played one game.
He just didn't start a lot of games. He played more. No, they spent a lot of money, but that was the guy came on saying that we're gonna play. What did he say? A 4-4-3. The guy didn't even know, strategy coming in.
Goalie, that's right. The
4-3. He's just dropping money.
Goalie.
But now we
gonna play the 4-4-3.
That 4-4-3.
Oh yeah.
He was just dropping money.
And that's a prime example why I don't want a U.S. billionaire coming in just to top.
We got the most billionaires, bro. You can't stop USA from going overseas and not purchasing clubs.
They definitely want their hand in this pocket now. That's for sure, bro. They see how big the Prem is getting.
Yeah, man. A lot of US clubs too. Dude Perfect bought didn't they buy a little stake in Burnley? Like the trick shot guys. Dude Perfect.
AJ Watt is I'm pretty sure is a
yeah.
The Jets owner Woody Johnson bought part of Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace is about to be crap for the next 17 years.
They lose Glasner. But I heard, wait, is Glasner signing a new contract? Because I heard
he's not yet.
Yeah. Right, you keep praying against that.
Bro, what are you saying? This guy, look, Sir Jim said, no matter what, I'm giving Amorim 3 years.
Yeah.
What?
As you should. Let's go, Sir Jim. 3 years now, and then 3 more years just to be sure.
You know what? I hope this falls.
he be hugging him like that's his son. Like I don't know what.
Bro, and you know how traumatic a relegation is? I feel like if you guys get relegated, give them another 4 years to like just rebuild the team.
Holy shit!
Keep dreaming, bro. Keep dreaming.
That's crazy.
Keep dreaming, bro. Really talking about relegation. Relegation is not happening, man. Relegation is not happening. I'm telling you. We got you. We're playing this weekend. I hope you realize.
I know that. I'm excited.
Off
Nobody
of
wants to
3
talk about
losses.
Nobody wants to talk about Tottenham.
This guy, man.
Bro, yeah, come on, tell me about who. Yeah, who you want to talk about? Kudu?
Who you guys playing this weekend?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
we
Markus.
actually
Yeah,
have
go
like our I'm not gonna say easy, but our
You guys have a pretty good schedule coming up. Although Villa is, I mean, they've not been strong this year, but I'm like suspicious of them. I feel like they're a sneaky hard team after last year.
October's still gonna be a tough month. Like Everton away, like with Grealish doing what he's doing, I think that's still gonna be a tricky game. We have to play Newcastle, Chelsea, United, Arsenal, PSG, like pretty much back to back with a Champions League game in between. So, I mean, definitely gonna have a tough run of games. We could say fit. I back us to do well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of those 5, how many points?
Out of which 5? Villa, Everton.
No. I'm skipping Villa. I'm skipping to end of October between Newcastle to PSG.
Okay. Newcastle, Chelsea, United, Arsenal, and Fulham. And then PSG and Fulham. Yeah, good luck, man. That's a nice run of form.
And I mean, if we stay fit up until Newcastle, I say we get.
Who's scoring these goals?
I mean, we don't really have
who at Tottenham is scoring goals.
We really don't have like a high goal differential, but we are scoring goals. I mean, we are.
I mean, United shouldn't be talking. We're -2 with the goal difference, but
yeah. I mean, we don't have a striker. Right? We don't have a proper striker right now. That's my biggest worry.
What about the guy you guys got on loan? How's he been?
He's had a dead leg for 3 weeks, which I don't even know you could have. But he's had a dead leg. Literally, that's what his injury was, a dead leg, which happened in practice. I mean, but he played in a friendly against Watford during the international break. And, I mean, he didn't score, but he did well. So,
what are you talking about, Kolomwani?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was never really sold on that. That was a last minute kind of like panic buy, in my opinion. I think he's a good player, right? So I feel like he can do well in this loan spell, but I don't know how much he's actually going to play, just because everything Thomas Frank has been saying about him, like, oh, he hasn't been caught up to speed, and I was like, well. Like,
what about Solanke?
He's injured. He just got an injury. I mean, surgery for something that we thought was just a knock. So that Tottenham medical team is.
Oh, I actually got some Tottenham updates, bro. Did you watch? James Madison. He has a YouTube channel.
I haven't watched it yet. Yes,
so you know what I'm talking about? He uploaded a 1-hour documentary yesterday or 2 days ago, and I just had it on in the background. So I didn't watch like the full thing. I just caught bits. It was actually super interesting, dude. It was really interesting. And it's pretty much him going through the psychology of, and he's super vulnerable. Like he talks about like how much he was crying. He's literally crying in front of like the surgeon and stuff. And it's him going through the process of like re-tearing his ACL, hearing the news, like mentally coming to terms with. It's super vulnerable, and I just thought like it was one of those things I watched, and one of the reasons I watched it was I saw the comments were like, "Wow, I've never seen like a football player show this stuff." So I was like, "Oh, cool." I would recommend it though; it's really interesting, even if you don't like Spurs. But like,
I've been meaning to watch it. I mean, it's tough though because like
it's sad, dude.
Yeah, I feel bad.
It's actually sad.
He was the reason why we even made it to Europa League final. Like if you look at the games beforehand, he scored, assisted in the 2 games before, and to then get injured right before the final, to then,
I mean, at least the final was an easy game, so you didn't need him, but I hear what you're saying.
For sure. But, like, you also I mean, like, at the same time, he went through preseason and, like, it was the South Korean game when he tore his ACL against Newcastle, and like Sonny gets his standing O right after, like leaving as a club legend. James Madison comes on, and 30 seconds later tears his ACL. So it's like,
Club legend.
dude.
what do you
Son
laugh?
is
Wait,
definitely a
wait,
club.
whoa.
Whoa! He's Korean. I'm about to stand on business.
Yeah, we're not.
here.
We're
No.
not.
안녕하세요,
Yeah,
bro. I love Burejige. Korea.
All right.
I'm here for you guys. But
Well, you talking about Son is
club
not a club
legend.
legend.
I'll ride. I'll slide someone behind Sonny.
I mean, I guess in terms of
dog.
yo, bro, Sonny, I fuck with Sonny, but
Yeah, he scored a
club
banger on you. I don't
legend.
remember that corner kick goal. That corner kick goal he scored on you.
All right,
Dude,
yeah.
he-
Right
know.
after
He
little
won the
man,
goal-
Lissandro
the
Martinez
goal.
tried to big dog him. He's like, "Yo, go take the corner." He said, "Okay, watch this then." Bet.
No, definitely one of the best players Tottenham's had.
He scored on all you.
He won the Golden Boot with them.
Yeah, bro.
Literally won one of their first.
I guess in terms
their
of
first European
Tottenham,
trophies.
it is a club
Yeah,
legend.
that's a club legend for Tottenham.
Okay,
bro.
let me flip this on
Also
you. Is
just a
Bruno
legend in
Fernandes?
general.
Is Bruno
You understand,
Fernandes a club
This
legend?
man had to go.
I don't know. Bruno
Yeah,
Fernandes
hell
is not
no.
a club legend.
Hold on.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm about to breeze over. This man had to go serve military duty in the middle of 2018. Yeah, he's a real legend, yo.
Nah.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
well,
mandatory, bro.
Scoring goals like that. Come
They
on.
were
let-
chilling
yo,
out there. They were
Yo,
chilling.
let
Scored
Marcus,
against Germany
yeah,
so that he could, evade the whole the war or whatever was going on.
Yeah, Mexico loves him.
no, they
yeah,
won, no, it's because they won that Asian Cup.
Yeah, Asian Cup, all that.
It's because they won the
That's
Asian
why he
Cup.
was. That's why he didn't go to.
That's why he
Yeah,
didn't
you're
go.
right.
Yeah, but let Marcus.
I feel like
speak.
as a Korean, I have to clear this up because a lot of misinformation going on here, and I don't want to be
That's my
criticized.
dog.
All Korean males have to serve in the military 2 years. All Korean males.
Yeah.
I had to give up my citizenship at 17 because of that. Yes, sir. Look at that jersey. The only exception you can get,
about to say,
is if you win a national trophy with your
Yeah.
country.
Yeah,
So
Wow.
he had to
There you
win the
go.
Asia Cup.
yeah.
And he won it the year before. It was his pretty much last year to go. So if he didn't win that year, he had to go for 2 years.
Yeah.
And dude, like I'm sure you guys have heard of like BTS and all these like Korean K-pop. They give up their career for 2 years to go. Like you don't escape this. Like you have to go.
Right.
So Son would have had to go. It's actually a really cool story, but I'm Korean, so I'm biased.
That's my
No,
dog.
it's a
There
good
you go,
story,
man.
bro. But
That's
no.
my
I
dog.
just
I'm
want
not gonna sit here and act like he's not a legend, like regardless of whatever.
But real quick, can I just say this real quick on the South Korea game? When you watch the documentary, I would love to hear you guys' feedback, maybe even before our next session. He specifically talks about the injury, and he talks about Romero and Rodri. I think they sat with him in the locker room, and he's super vulnerable. He was like, I was mentally broken. I was crashing out, all that stuff. And I guess they just like held him and talked to him for like that entire time. And that's what I'm saying. That's the part where I'm like, oh, dude, I've never heard a player actually talk about like what happens
thing about
after the
Tottenham,
injury
like, I
when
feel like
you're in the
there's-
locker room. Like,
Yeah, no, I feel you. But I feel like with Tottenham, like their whole staple of like who they are as a club is like it's just like this big togetherness. It's not like it feels more of like a family than it does like a job or whatever. The way you hear about these guys talk and with each other about each other, whatever it is, like they're very tight knit. And credit to Ange because before that it was a bunch of it was all over the place. We just lost Harry Kane, who was realistically trying to exit the club for 2 years prior to that. And yeah, there was just you had Romero speaking out against Levy. You had like all these things that were just like it was almost like the tipping point of the club just kind of crumbling like a house of cards in a sense. So yeah, credit to Ange for kind of keeping that togetherness. And
bro, Ange is about to be out. He's about to be out of his second job.
yeah, I mean, I want to feel bad, but at the same time, it's Nottingham Forest and fuck Marinakis. Yeah, honestly, he deserves every bit of what he's getting and what he will get, and they're gonna get relegated. So I'm here for this.
Before we move on to the next topic, I just want a list of Tottenham legends. Just
There we go. Yeah. Bro, clip him up, yo, clip him up.
Yeah.
We get 5. Let's get 5.
Let me get 5. Yeah, go on Google. Go on ChatGPT. Wherever you gotta go, just give me a list of 5 Tottenham legends.
Clip him up, bro.
So I can just
Where we at, bro? Clip him up. How we do this?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. I just want to know. I just want to know the Tottenham legends, bro. That would just
I
be
mean, we
nice.
got Gareth Bale, we got Luka Modric.
Bro, these guys are not legends of your
Yeah, bro.
club.
See, this is why
They
I'm
weren't there.
saying.
They
They're
weren't there.
Other
legends
They
than
of
weren't
the
there
FA,
long
game.
enough.
other than Europa League, Son hasn't won anything other than individual
They haven't
accolades.
won a trophy
Like
in
you said,
17 years. Tottenham have
Bro,
not won a
I just
trophy in
want to
17
know.
years.
I
that's
just
what I'm
want to know,
saying.
like,
So
your
it's like,
actual legends, bro. Like people that like made
Harry Kane is a
legendary
Tottenham
status
legend, bro.
at your club. That's what I want to know. That's
Yo,
just what I want to know.
don't play me. Yo, honestly, what's his name is a
Yeah,
legend?
that's just what I want to know.
What's his name?
bro, what I'm
That's
seeing
all I
right now
want
on Google, what I'm seeing on Google is blasphemous.
to know.
Let
Bro,
me
I'll say this. I have I just
look at
pulled up a
this.
long list, and if you look through the list, there's 3 here that definitely make a legends list out of all our
Emerson
teams.
Royale is a
Glenn,
Tottenham legend, bro.
no. See, okay, Glenn Hoddle, Teddy Sheringham, Paul Gascoigne.
Okay, yeah, decent.
Even all the ex players say Gascoigne. I can't pronounce his last name. Was the most troubled but gifted player, hands down, of the '90s, bro. You
Musa
should hear some.
Dembele. Musa Dembele.
Bro, I'm trying to
That's what you
fucking
always
pull
remember.
for Spurs, and you're like pulling the carpet from under me. I'm
I'm
trying
done.
to tell you. Okay, Glenn
Oh,
Hoddle,
he's
Terry
trying to bait you,
Sheringham.
bro. He's trying to bait you, bro. Deadass. Look at him. He's laughing. He's really trying
Hold
to
up.
bait you.
No,
Is
you wanted
Luka
3
I know what
Modric?
he's doing,
Okay,
bro.
those
I
are
know
3
what he's
those
doing.
are 3
He's trying to
legit
make you name
legends.
all these old ass players and then laugh about it. Look at that slap.
No, but listen, I'm not done. I didn't land. And then you add Harry Kane. You're gonna deny Harry Kane's a legend? No. So that's 4.
He's a Premier League
All
legend.
I just like
Deli
tons.
Alley?
No,
Tottenham legend.
Get out of here.
Dele
Get out of
Alli?
here.
Yo, okay,
Yeah.
now we're talking about the streets. So we're talking about the streets never forget. Yo, streets never
Kyle
forget
Walker.
players. Nah,
No, Mark, right? Yo, Mark, send them. Yo, Glenn Huddle, Teddy Sheringham.
Bro, see, that's what I'm trying to say.
Come on,
That's
Jimmy.
what I'm trying to say. Yo, he's
Go
trying to
on.
say
I'm gonna lie. I'm struggling to find a 5th though.
he's
Yeah,
not
come
slick,
on.
bro.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
This nigga, bro. Okay, we're shooting.
Boys,
it,
look at
bro.
this.
Yeah,
Look
here
at
we go. Yo,
old heads are on here.
you see, we have to get on Google. We have to get on Google, bro.
Look at this. We got Harry Kane, okay.
Okay, other than Didier Drogba, and Frank Lampard, who's a
Well, wait. This is not right. This is not
Chelsea
right.
legend.
Come on now.
Let's
Don't
get
get
right.
me started.
Who's a Chelsea legend? Other than Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba,
John
Name
Terry.
he's a racist, bro. Fuck him.
You want some more?
We're not putting him on the list.
Eden Hazard.
Asterisk.
Bro, actually, I
Fat
forgot.
man
You pulled up
Hazard?
that list. You
Okay.
put
Eden
Gary
Hazard.
Lineker. So Gary
Yo,
Lineker wasn't
yo,
famous
say whatever
for-
you want, bro. Say whatever you want. Peter Check.
Wait,
Come on now.
wait.
Ashley
Hold on.
Cole.
Wait, hold on.
Peter
Wait.
Check. Ashley
Let me
Cole.
say
Ashley
this.
Cole.
Can we say
We're
that
talking about Chelsea legends?
Yeah.
Eden
Chelsea guy.
Hazard and Gareth Bale are the same players for Tottenham that they were, for like the Premier League. They were really popping in the Premier League, and then they go to.
No, I'm
Real
listening. I'm listening.
Oh, yeah,
Eden Hazard didn't have a career at Real Madrid.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. So is
What
he
do
a
you
legend?
mean?
But
Because you just said that. You just said that Gareth Bale was.
Gareth Bale is a legend of the game, and especially at Real Madrid, he's not a legend of Tottenham.
yeah.
He's not
He
a
left too
legend
early.
of Tottenham.
His major accolades were done at Real, not
It's
Tottenham.
done somewhere else. Like I'm talking about players that came to the club.
So you're saying that Gareth Bale is a better player than Eden Hazard, right?
For their clubs at that time.
I personally wouldn't say that, but I'm obviously biased.
Real Madrid's a bigger club, right? And
wait,
like,
when you say that, are you saying Gareth Bale at Tottenham, Eden Hazard at Chelsea? That's the comparison you're trying to make?
I'm just putting them next to each other. I'm saying if you're comparing players, we're saying, right? Like, I mean,
Gareth Bale is better, yeah.
Yeah, Gareth Bale went on to actually perform and do. I mean,
Gareth Bale won more trophies, so yeah, you could say that. But the way that Eden Hazard played, that shit was magical. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna go with Eden Hazard. But that's
I wouldn't even put. I agree with you. I wouldn't even put Hazard in top 5. I feel like it's Lampard, Terry, Drogba, Cech, Zola.
I mean Zola, yeah.
Like Drew, argue with me. Cech, Drogba, Terry, Lampard.
Yeah, that
like,
was
Hazard was insane, but they won trophies. And not just
if you're talking about trophies, yeah. I mean,
maybe not Zola. Maybe not Zola.
Eden Hazard got two prems, if I'm not mistaken, and a Europa or maybe two Europas.
If it wasn't for injury, Musa Dembele would be better than Eden Hazard.
Okay,
but the world will never know, man.
Yeah, bro. But anyway, I'm just trying to figure out the legends. But I got them. I got the Google. We Googled it, so then we're good. So
Okay, that's fine.
we Googled it. It didn't come from the brain. It came from the interweb. So
All right, we have
No, there's a long list here. I took
we have
out. So I took
all
out
right,
Cole,
all
Conte,
right.
Harris.
We got it. We got it clear. I want to hop on some hot take questions now. I got some questions.
yeah, let's move on.
Guys,
Let's move on. From
you guys are gonna beat a dead horse, bro. You guys
Cesar Azpilicueta.
all right, who's the most hated player in the Premier League right now?
Ooh.
All right, pick a United player. Come on.
No. I'm saying like world, like he's hated by most players, most fans. Like who are we? I have one on the list, but I want to hear from you guys.
Ooh, hated by the rest.
Because like with Sonny leaving, he was the most loved, obviously. But like, let's talk about the most hated for a second.
I feel like I don't know. I'm so biased. I keep thinking Bruno Fernandes, but I just hate him so much.
I think Bruno.
Yeah.
Bro.
I gotta say Cucurella. I'm sorry, Cucurella.
Oh, good shot. No, that's such a dude. They pull his hair every game.
Yeah, where every time
especially Romero.
I forgot about that. That's such a good
Romero.
Yeah, Romero. Bro, that's the most
people fear Romero. People fear Romero. They don't. Oh, okay, yeah. Romero pulled his hair. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But Cucurella.
No, I'm not saying he's the hated. I'm not saying.
Yo, shout out to Cucurella though. That's left back in the league though, still. So hate on him if you want.
Spence, I'm sorry. I mean, Udogie is actually better than him.
Come on now.
That's madness.
Like you can say all that, but it's just not true.
Okay. We'll see. Because Udogie just got back from injury for real. He's been looking like
Udogie, bro. Come on now.
Bro, I would put Jed Spence over Udogie.
Yeah, stop.
That's because Udogie's been injured for like 9 months, bro.
So how you gonna bring up his name?
You guys don't watch that.
So how you gonna bring up his name if he hasn't played in 9 months, fam? I don't even get that.
He just started. He started back these last 4 games he's been playing.
Bro, we don't even know how to spell his name, fam. Just move on.
We don't know your players, bro. You got kittens over there. You got dogs over there. You got little kittens, yeah.
What do you mean? What dogs you guys got, bro? You guys get dogs.
I wish Marcus was around for like the whole Sol Campbell times. Bro, that was like the ultimate, even till now, I think it's the ultimate Judas betrayal I've ever seen. I was a kid. Like,
yeah, I've heard of it, and like, he was talking about how like they were treating him like racist or something like that.
Well, did you see this first game afterwards or whatever? Was that no? That was Adebayor. I'm getting confused.
Did you see the guy that went to Arsenal? You're talking about the guy that went to Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Sol Campbell did a commercial about that. I don't know if
bro, it's so rude.
Sorry, it's the history of the Tottenham.
What about Kai Havertz?
Kai Havertz is a bitch too.
I mean, he's hated, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I don't like him.
But like I feel like weirdly, like you hear if we're talking about from fans, I think he's up there. But weirdly, you hear other players say good stuff about him, dude. Like even was the Woltemende and saying his idol is Havertz and stuff. You weirdly hear players gas him up, and you're like, okay, there's something they're seeing I'm not seeing. In their world, maybe behind the scenes, he's like a super cool guy and they all like him. But like,
I feel like he's one of those players who you really love if he's on your team, but if you hate if he's not on your team, which I can't really.
He's probably like a good training player, like good on like training ground.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think Cucurella. Actually, I agree with that. Most people don't like Cucurella. He gets booed every time he gets the ball, but nobody right now is topping Cucurella. So God bless.
I mean, I think it's neck and neck with Bruno Fernandes.
The whole Jed Spence penitentiary, and he's not even our starting left back for real. Like
Jed Spence is not better than Cucurella. Jed Spence hasn't even won nothing, fam.
Yes, he won the Europa. What are you talking about? Okay. Let's move on.
The Europa, bro. No. Hype up bro. Hype it up. Hype up the Europa.
Yeah, I will. I mean, we're not in it anymore, so it's okay. You know, what's done is done. Shout out.
Cucurella won the Conference League. So
every time I watch that game, man, I saw it from a different angle. The goal that went in, that shit made it even funnier, bro. This guy's dive was so delayed, it was insane.
What about Cucurella's Conference League?
Who?
You heard me, Cucurella's Conference League.
Kakapupu?
That Conference League trophy. Come on now.
Bro, what are we talking about? Come on.
Come on, now you're talking
This
about
league,
the Europa League. Stop
bro. You
talking
guys won that with
about
your B team. You
like
guys
that.
won that with kids.
Why are you talking about the Why are you talking about the Europa League like it's like that, bro?
It is.
There's only one trophy that matters in UEFA. So if you're
I
not
mean,
winning that,
sure.
it doesn't really even matter.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna follow up with that and say Conference League, but
Nah. I mean, I'm not gonna be
I'm about to
shameless.
say, yeah. You shut up.
Everybody
You know we
knows,
dominate.
bro.
You
The
just
fucking
negated.
Champions League is it.
Champions League is goaded. Yeah.
Is it. That's it.
Obviously, bro. There's levels to this shit, but like at the same time, bro. Conference League. Come on, bro. Who are you guys actually playing? Like, what team did you actually
But
beat?
yo, I feel like
You
Chelsea.
even know?
Here you
You like,
go. Here's what I'm looking
hold on,
for.
hold on. Do you even remember the teams you played in the Conference League?
Yeah, FC Noah.
Yo, who is
Bodo
that?
Glimp.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
no, we played Bodo
Bodo
Glimt.
Glimp.
That was and Bodo Glimt is not easy to play. I'm not gonna lie. You go up
We
there.
played.
What he's saying right
All right,
now,
bro.
I can't.
All right, bro.
I
Go up there
can't
on
imagine
AstroTurf.
him saying,
Can you do it
Yo,
in Bodo
just
Glimt
because
Tuesday
yo,
on a
but
cold
the
Tuesday?
fact that
Bro, it's like
you
30
said Bodo
degrees there.
Glimt thinking it's
It was 30
conference,
degrees
but
there in May, bro. Come on, like let's not act like going to
Oh
Bodo Glimt in
man.
May is easy for everybody. Like, come on now, United. Come on, don't even make me talk shit about United, bro. Come on.
Well, why are we getting thrown into this? I'm just a participant of this banter right here, bro. You know,
Well, welcome to
I'm
being easy pickings, bro. That's what happens.
shit. All right,
When your
man.
team's
All right,
trash,
all right.
easy pickings. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Shit. All right. I can't say it. All right. We'll take
All
it.
right.
10th place.
So we balled that down. Now I have an even harder question for you guys. If Haaland, Mbappe, and Kane are all English, who starts in the World Cup final?
I fuck with Harry Kane.
wait, what? Mbappe, of course.
Mm.
Bro, Mbappe is having the season of his life right now.
As
Look,
striker,
Kane though.
as
Kane is
stri-
quietly having the season of his life. I think Kane
I
is.
think Kane
as
is too. Kane
striker?
is too, but Holland. I mean, Mbappe is putting insane
Oh, yeah.
numbers up.
I mean, if we're talking about numbers, yeah, Haaland and Mbappe both scored in 10 consecutive games for club and country, so they're both balling out. Kane, I mean, his numbers are
That's
ridiculous.
true. Holland even scored like a hat trick yesterday. I forgot about that.
So, who do you think?
If we're
starts in
talking
the
about
World
striker,
Yeah.
I'm still going with Kane. But if it's just player, then I would go with Mbappe because you can put Mbappe out wide. But if it's going striker, then
I just like if you
It is
just go
tough,
after
yeah.
past accolades, like that World Cup final performance. Obviously, they lost to Argentina. I've never seen one man carry a team like that
team
Yo,
like that.
on that
That's literally
stage.
what's
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, Kane, when the opportunity's there, you know he's not going to miss all that good stuff. He's going to finish it. But, bro, I just maybe I'm biased. That Mbappe performance makes me think, like, okay, if you did it then, you could do it for the country again.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, I think Mbappe starts, and then I mean, I don't know because Mbappe also took over the striker position this year, so that's a good point, Box, because he wasn't always a nine. He was kind of got forced into that because he went to a super Real Madrid team that already has a winger, but he did start off on the wing.
yeah, if you're talking,
I don't know. I mean,
like you said,
that's a
if we're
tricky
just talking about
conversation, but-
player, then yeah, I would pick Mbappe. But if we're talking about striker, because you named basically now 3 strikers, then I don't know, Harry Kane right now. If I'm not mistaken, I just pulled it up on Transfer Market. He's got 18
But
goals.
Holland's also just like
18 goals in
been
10
on
games as
fire.
well.
Yeah.
18 goals
I
in
feel like
10
Haaland's progression since his breakout season in the Premier League has been really well. Like his hold up play, his ability to dribble. We're actually seeing who Haaland is without Kevin De Bruyne now. So I feel like that's going to be a true test of who he is as a player. Because bro, Kevin De Bruyne would just feed him. He didn't have to look up.
Bro.
Yeah, that's why Hoyland's looking like Haaland now.
Did you guys hear what I just said though? For Harry
I
Kane?
think it's because
Yeah, no,
Højlund-
those are insane stats. I would say like Holland though is kind of on that same level of stats, and Mbappe. That's why I actually
You're not
like
far
the
off.
questions.
But let me read to you. I got the transfer market stats. Harry Kane, 10 games, 18 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah.
Mbappe, 10 games, 14 goals, 2 assists, and Haaland, 13 games, 15 goals, 2 assists. Right now, striker Harry Kane.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I mean, I feel like he could if he keeps his pace up. I feel like he could win Ballon d'Or next
Yeah,
I think
but
so much depends on the World Cup. Unfortunately, you know what I mean.
It's
The
true.
players know
No,
that too. Like,
you're not wrong. You're
like
not wrong.
he could do everything right in the Bundesliga, but then he could also.
But he also, bro. I mean, if we look, I mean, we also kind of skip past this too. But like that Ballon d'Or list is kind of shaky. If I'm
It
being
was
honest,
terrible, bro. It was one of the worst lists I've ever
bro. Like
seen.
how is
Rafinha,
Cole Palmer above Harry Kane? I'm sorry.
no, Rafinha above Lamine Yamal is insane. Rafinha had one of the best La Liga seasons of all time. Like
Yeah,
all Barca fans were
yeah.
like, okay, if anyone wins from our
Yeah.
team, it's going to be Rafinha.
Rafinha.
Because of the hype around Yamal and he's young, he
Yeah.
went up, bro. That was insane. It was one of those
That's
moments.
because
Where I
you,
was like,
boy, Mark. That's because you,
Huh?
boy, Fabrizio Romano. You know, and his paid
yeah,
posts.
no, 100%. Dude,
Oh,
it was
I
actually
know.
shocking.
Bro, fuck that guy. We'll talk about him. Fuck it. Here we go. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck him, man. But even Pedri, bro. I feel like Pedri got snubbed too low key. Like
Yeah, no, I agree.
Pedri is insane, bro. I mean, who do you think is better, Pedri or Vitina? That's another question I was gonna say.
Pedri.
Also, Vitinha never played
I
like
don't know,
this
bro.
with Wolves.
Vitina is
I
nice
swear.
though. Vitina is nice. Pedri, I feel like he'd be getting lucky with some of his touches. I can't lie.
nah, Pedri's nice, bro. And
Bounce
Moises Caicedo is the best
off.
midfielder in the world right now.
Okay,
Who?
you're standing on that.
Moises Caicedo is the best midfielder in the world right now.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it
Okay.
is. It's true. The best midfielder in the world right now is Moises Caicedo. No questions. No questions. He does it all.
Defensive midfielder.
Defensive. He's scoring goals, making great passes.
scoring
Right
goals.
now, best best midfielder in the world. He'd
I'll
eat
take
Pedri.
Polina over him. That's my. I'll ride. I'll take Polina over him.
Who?
Joao Palhinha.
Yeah.
You're wild. West Ham?
Hmm?
From West Ham?
No, we got him from Bayern. Technically,
Yeah, he was on West Ham. He was
on Fulham. He was on Fulham.
Oh yeah, Fulham.
Yeah. Wait.
But then he went to Bayern, didn't play, got hurt, sat for
Oh, Paulinho. Sorry. Oh, you're crazy.
Nah, why? He's done more than Caicedo.
He's done nothing, bro.
Okay.
No,
I will say Caicedo's banger goal. Okay, fine.
What has he done more than Caicedo? Just tell me. I'm
I mean,
honest.
he scored 2 goals recently.
Okay, well, he's got 3. So next one, what else has he done?
Just his blocks, tackles, everything.
Just the vibes,
man. Blocks, tackles, come on, blocks, tackles. That's it.
Yeah, right. Bro, second to none, bro.
No, he's definitely not first.
Yo, wait, hold on. Wait, can one of you get the data? Get the data.
Most tackles in the Premier League.
Is it really Caicedo?
Yes.
I don't even think, like, even if it is, though, to be honest, and I think Caicedo's been insane, I feel like that's such a terrible metric to use in terms of who's a good defensive midfielder, right? Because, like, if you, like, Busquets never tackled.
Okay, fine, but, like, it's a different game from when Busquets was,
Not really, dude. But
it is.
Most tackles in the Premier League, more this guy said, or whatever. What else you want to do? Interceptions? Passes?
All right, yo, most guys have got it. That's fine. I'm still choosing Polina over him though, so I mean, like, you can have that. He be, man, stat pad in there. I'm gonna be watching him now. Honestly, yeah, I gotta turn my hate watch up because you guys be lucky. All the facts, but what does he really do?
He does everything.
Oh yeah, he does.
That's
everything.
what he does.
That's what we got right here. I don't know if you boys can see. Ranking. Between Joao Palhinha and we got Moises Caicedo on the left. Ground duels. Number 2, Palhinha, 22-21.
Why are we going to like?
What's up?
Why are we going to meta stats? Just do their FOT mob, dude. Go to the analysts.
FOT mob, yeah.
Yeah. Just pull that up. They'll just
I was just
break it down by numbers. Polina is 7.21 for the first couple games, and then Caicedo 7.72. It is a pretty clear difference, to be honest. Like if you pull that FOT mob.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about what Raath got on the screen right now.
Okay.
What do you have? Is it
It
like
looks like Polina's leading in most things, but I mean, Polina also hasn't had to play every game either. That's the difference. I feel like Caicedo literally, you need him.
yeah,
Would I be?
because he's the best in the midfield.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like for rotation purposes, you really can't rotate him and expect to win. Is that would that be fair to say?
Because he's the best player. Why would you rotate the best player? I'm confused on what you're trying to say there. If you're the
You gotta sit
best,
here and act like you don't like want to rotate every player. I even want to rotate my captain. I want to rotate everybody because especially after last year, I'll bring up last year every time because I mean, look at you have how many injuries you it wasn't on recording, but
do you
today talking
rotate?
about how many injuries you had. So
All right,
like,
let's just think about this. Like if you like last year, the best player in the best player in the league was who? Mo Salah. Do you rotate Mo Salah?
on the FA Cup game, yes. If you don't need to, if you're playing some small little team, yes,
You got
you
a
do.
Moses
7.2
Caicedo
on
doesn't play
rating.
against the small teams. He didn't play in the Conference League last year. We haven't really. I guess maybe he did play against
Yeah,
Lincoln
but he was
FC.
also trash last year. Like he's good this year. Am I wrong or no? I
He
mean,
was not
Cole Palmer
trash.
was your guy last year. Enzo might have been decent last year. I can't really
Cole
remember.
Palmer was dead half the season last year. Moses
I'm
Caicedo.
talking about yeah. I mean, everything that
Moses
happened.
Caicedo was a player of the season last year for
No,
Chelsea.
he wasn't. It was Lucas Bergvall.
What?
Lucas Bergvall was the young player of the season last year. Just so you know.
I said for Chelsea.
Oh,
Chelsea's player of the season last year was Moses Caicedo.
oh, oh. Just I mean,
Wait, also
are you,
Premier League Young Player of the Year was not Bergvall, bro. I don't know what you're
yes,
saying.
it was.
No, it wasn't.
Who was?
It was Ryan Gravenberg.
He's
So I
not
know
young.
for a fact.
How old is he?
He's super young. He's like 21, 22. He literally joined Liverpool like last 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Marcus just pulls up random stuff.
I'm like it's just like flat out not correct.
You guys not gonna gaslight me and think.
Bro, he did not win Young Player of the Year last year. Maybe he won
like
Young Player of the Year.
he probably won like Tottenham's Young Player of the Year. You know, every
Yeah.
club has their own.
Yeah. It was Gravenberch. And then it was Cole
Yeah,
Palmer.
I was about to say.
It was definitely Lucas Bergvall. I don't care.
It was an in-house trophy.
Yeah, in-house trophy. But that's what I was talking
In-house.
about for Moises Caicedo. But Marcus doesn't obviously know what's going on at his club. So
All I know is we won in Bilbao. That's all I know, fam. After that trophy in Bilbao, the rest is history.
all right, let's move on to
Predictions.
All right, I got one more question. I got one more question for you. Last question. Can Pep work with world-class players, or does he
yes, he can work.
can he take? I'm sorry. Can he take unknown players and turn them into superstars, or does he have to work with world-class players?
This has been the Pep question ever since his start of his career. You what? Barcelona, Bayern, City, everywhere he's had.
Only reason why I asked, I saw like that guy United Trey say this.
Bro, don't follow that guy.
I don't follow him. I actually had him blocked. I don't even know how his tweet
That's
got
a
on my.
bad luck for United people.
Who?
I blocked him.
Who's
This
United?
guy United Trey. He has
I don't even know how his tweet ended up on my
he
timeline.
consistently, any match he predicts, it goes the opposite way.
Yeah.
It goes and it's like consistent. He's the curse.
Yeah.
He's the United.
He's
curse.
categorized as a rage beige content maker.
Yeah.
I blocked him. I couldn't see. I'm not even a United fan. I had to block him.
Dude, just ignore that stuff. Anything they post, they're just trying to cut. It's like the worst takes
Content
ever. Just,
form or
yeah,
engagement form. Yeah.
I think that Pep has a system, and if you can get into that system, then you could do really well. But if not, then you're kind of SOL. So,
Okay.
Like Raheem Sterling to me was never like a crazy great player. Like let's just say when he was coming from Liverpool, there was a lot of hype around him. I didn't think he was anything crazy. Then he went to City, did really really well, outperformed. Obviously came to Chelsea, hasn't been great. And like that's what I'm trying to say. Like there's some players that can fit the system, and then there's players that are like Jack Grealish who are like really well, came, didn't do so well, left, kind of doing well. So it kind of just depends on, in my opinion, if the player can match the system. But that's
I
my
think by the times, no, I actually 100% agree with you. And I feel like they have a hard time figuring out players to fit the system sometimes in their transfer market, especially with like how Pep wants their wing backs playing. He's like always looking for a smarter wing back. Um, but then Pep is like, he's not like Amorim. He's like very tactically flexible. Like if you look how he played throughout his years, there's
yeah.
always, it's always changed, you know?
Always changes.
He's not like a failure like Amorim. He's not like Richard like
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, you said
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Crazy.
It's cool. Yeah,
I'm
it's cool.
sorry. I couldn't help it. We're talking about flexible and rigid structure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go what I'm saying. Pep is flexible, right? And he's changed his tactics several times to accommodate players, and then he also demands a lot of his players. And I don't know. I think the biggest thing about Pep is like you just hear the players he's coached talk about him, and the way they talk about him is like
He's like
reinvented. They're like, I spent my first 15 years of my life. I didn't know what I was doing. He made me rethink the entire game, and it makes you think like, what is he telling these guys? Like what?
He's like
So
the
he's
only
definitely
mad
a
scientist
genius.
like type of coach, I'd say, where it's like he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just envision him in like a halftime, just like with the X's and O's on the board and just like drawing up new stuff. Like he's like,
Scratching his head and stuff.
yeah, like he's just a mad scientist. You could just tell like this guy really, really like has an idea of what he thinks football should be. And yeah, if you can't, like Pops was saying, if you can't follow suit, then no matter how good you might be, you're not gonna shine there.
When his biography drops, the stories are going to be insane. I
I
feel like
gotta
it's
say,
going to be
like
like
that's a
it's
30
going
for
to be
30.
like Ferguson, dude, because he got divorced last year. You just feel like he's like those Ferguson people where they sacrifice everything in their personal life for the game, and you hear about it on the back end once they retire, and you're like, oh, he was going through this the entire time. You know what I mean? Just like crazy drama stories. I guarantee you, Pep. Like you said, he's married to the game, dude. He's he's a special kid when he was young. I'll just say that. There's no normal man loves football that much. And I love football, but that man, it's almost a little too much.
What player playing right now? I know we're kind of stretching for time, so this will be the last question before we close out. But what player right now do you think will kind of live up to that next great manager trope?
It's
Because
hard.
Pep used to,
Oh, that's so hard to say because Guardiola was never a standout player.
I'm saying like I think it's gonna be one
Simeone
of
was
those.
a standout player, but it's hard to like predict.
Yeah, I feel like what's the guy from Liverpool that the older Henderson? I feel like I don't know why I feel like Henderson could be a
I
good
don't.
manager. You probably know more than this,
Maybe.
but
I
I feel
just
like it
don't
would
think
be
it's like
like that, like a natural leader.
so. If you just look at this, is like kind of cheating here, but by far and large, when you look at players that turn into managers, it's almost always from the midfielder, and it's usually almost deeper midfielders. And just because like the way they learn the game is sitting back and watching
And
the
just
game and the
see
tactics
the whole.
progress. Yeah, so those players like Guardiola, like Simeone, like those defensive midfielders, like you don't really see a lot of strikers doing well as managers. You don't see a lot of defenders. It's usually that specifics. So I'm trying to think of who sits in the defensive midfielder position. Like Caicedo's good, but he's a physical god. He's not like a mental. He sees the game. So I'm trying to think who. I would say Tony Kroos, but he already retired. But like a player in that position that sees the game and has that aura, I can't think of anyone right now. But I feel like
and, and has the ability to have a voice too, because you can't just
that's what I'm saying. You have to have that aura. You have to have that like you push the team.
because like okay, like if you're talking
But you
about who you're
also
talking about,
understand
like
the
Conte,
game.
like Conte would be like a prime example of like someone who like saw the game, knows everything, but it's like a lot of people can't do what Conte does, and it's like, can he coach that?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't even like a big he was like more of a lead by doing, lead by example type of player. He wasn't like rallying up players and stuff like that.
If Modric decided to throw his hat in there, I think he could do decent. But
Yeah, that's a good shout.
That's a good shout.
Knowing Barca's luck, bro, it's probably like Pedri or something. Like they don't even know it, and they just have like a generational manager sitting on their team. Dude, that team, they just pull players and managers out of a hat.
I feel like Danny Olmo would be like the guy to do it. I don't know why. Like I feel like he's like a low key like a leader. He might not be able to do it, but like he's good. But like I don't know.
I'm thinking
I feel like it's so unexpected. Like like who? Rodri.
Rodri. I could see him being a
Ooh,
manager.
that's actually such a good shout. That's actually a good shout. I can see that.
When
Yeah,
you said
he-
defensive midfielders, I
No,
was
that's actually such a good
I was
shout.
scoping, but I
What
could
about
see
like
Rodri
keepers?
being.
I feel like we never see a keeper turn into a
Yeah.
coach.
They don't.
Keepers are sickheads, bro. Like
They're
they're
low
bro.
key.
I've never met a regular good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
They're not
Keeps
like
it up.
regular people.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're just different.
I mean, you have to be to be in
Yeah.
that position. You can't be a normal person. I'm sorry. I don't want a keeper who I think is normal. Like, I feel like the most normal goalkeeper, and he's actually really good, is Allison. I feel like he's like the most normal.
Dude, Allison is like the
He
trademark.
doesn't give me like sick. He doesn't give me sick.
Holy good boy. I mean, he's super religious. I don't know if you guys know this about him. He's very, very Christian, and so his whole thing is like, dude, I don't know when another player gets injured in the game, he'll like run over and like pray on him. And sometimes I'm like, bro, what are you doing? But
Yeah,
but that's why like after the Newcastle game, Lewis Dunk got in his face, and it was like one of those moments where I was like, what could Allison have done to piss off? And Allison the whole time is like, I'm sorry, bro. So no, I agree. I think he's just and I mean, I don't know if you guys know the Allison story about his father dying during and all that stuff, but like, bro, he's probably my favorite goalkeeper of all time. He's just such a good guy. Like,
Yeah,
just some goalkeepers are not good, and he's, I don't know, just a good guy. Gotta love it.
Yeah, is he gonna win the Nobel Peace Prize?
Hopefully. Although what's her name won it? Was it Brazilian or Argentinian leader? Or was it Venezuelan?
Yeah, I think it was like Europe. Yeah, not Brazilian, Uruguayan or something.
All right. Well, that seems to be our time for the day. Shout out to the listeners. Thank you for coming to another informed session. I'm your host. They call me Markus. Repping Tottenham. You know what it is. You got Potts over there. You got Raath. You got Steve-O. Until next week.